In other news, it's Shredder's Revenge. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. More details are coming out about this game all the time. So at PAX East 2022, they had an event regarding Shredder's Revenge, and here is a few factoids that were kind of put out about it. Um, so it's going to have a physical and digital release of the game and the soundtrack, which is interesting. If physical means physical, like release of the soundtrack, I don't know like what form that's going to take, but that would be interesting. Um, and the release period is sometime in the summer of this year. You know, what is summer? You know what I mean? Like, boys of summer, endless summer. I mean, you don't know. But you know, either way, summer 2022 is looking like the release date. Now the big bombshell that kind of dropped that was really cool is that it's going to feature the four voice actors from the 1987 animated series reprising their roles as the characters for dialogue and diegetics. And once again, that would be Cam Clark playing Leonardo, Barry Gordon playing Donatello, Townsend Coleman playing Michelangelo, and the legendary Rob Paulsen as Raphael. Um, Pretty neat. So, along with all those announcements, came some more gameplay footage showcasing the voice actors exclaiming their Turtles catchphrases, which is super cool, as well as a behind the scenes kind of video on how the game was made. So, all that being said, Eric, I mean, I got to know because this question, every time I see something,
Yeah,
every time I see it,
every
it
time.
doesn't matter what it is.
Mm-mm.
Like, if I'm like, oh, nacho fries are back, and I go, I want to know, Eric, are you going to be day and date? And I ask myself this about everything, but
Oh
on
yeah,
this, on Shredder's Revenge, are you day and date on this one?
I am day and date, Ryan. Most def day and date.
Yeah.
Physical all the way. Physical, like you know what I mean. I'm
Physical
always
all
wanting.
the way.
Your boy
Okay,
is
I mean,
always about to get physical. You know,
uh-huh,
let's get physical.
uh-huh.
You know, that's how we became friends. Like that's the first thing I said
Where
to
you
you.
going?
So yeah,
That's a pretty good
so,
one. Okay.
So,
I like that.
so that's what I'm all about. And so yeah, but I'd say,
Yeah.
but you know, even without the voice cast, I was gonna be there. And yeah, so we got some stuff planned on Turtle Soup Prime for this exact
yeah.
thing coming up.
We're gonna
And
be
hopefully
messing
we
with that
can,
game.
yeah,
That's
we're
for
gonna be
sure.
messing with it, so it's gonna be fun. But yeah, but I definitely think that the voice acting thing, that's an easy win for them. I feel like because you know
Yeah.
these guys are
You know,
legendary.
that's just icing. People were hyped about this game beforehand. Like people were
Mhm.
already excited about it. It already looked like a lot of fun. They've been promoting the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not letting you. I mean, it was announced kind of out of nowhere,
Hmm.
and a lot of people were like, "What?" You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But since then, they've been just throwing on. They've just been sprinkling on more good stuff, and the original voice cast is it almost like remakes the game for
It
for me.
does.
You know what
It
I
do-
mean? Like
it does.
that's pretty awesome.
Like it was already going to be fantastic without them. Like
Yeah.
just no, and they could have gotten anybody, but the fact that they did it, it just adds so much more. And I when we were talking, we were like going through this before the show. I was thinking about like analogous things, like other voice actors that bring a lot to their video game. And I thought about I think it's
Yeah.
David Hayter that plays Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid, and
Mhm.
his performance is. It brings that game to life, and it's just there's so
Yeah.
much there, and I believe that that's the reason why they keep going back to these four from the original '87 animated series,
Oh, it makes it.
and I think that's definitely going to do this game a lot more justice and make it worth your pennies. But like, so I wanted to ask, in the same way that Konami's Cowabunga collection, they got the limited edition that's coming out. What would you like to see, or what would make you, let's see, what would make you pop on a limited edition physical release of this game, Ryan? What would make you like over the moon for it?
I'll be honest. So I would like to see a lot of other media involved in the physical release.
Ooh.
If you had a bigger box that had, maybe like 8x10s or something like art prints would be really
Yeah.
cool for me.
Mm.
Because I'm kind of trying to amass enough stuff to hang up around the house, and I think that that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Um, I would say, it's funny. I'd say a poster, but I'm kind of like, well, I mean, like it's gonna be folded up. It'd be kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
a lot of times you see a poster, like that's cool, but like I got my lines in it now, and
Mhm.
it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Um, I think the thing I would when I really press myself physically, what would I want to see in a physical release? It would be maybe it being released in an antiquated format that can't really support it, like an NES cartridge or something like that. Or you'd be like, I can't play this on NES.
Right, you can't play it, but it's nice to look at. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes,
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, because oh man, because there's a lot of musical subgenres that do things on like mini disc and things like that people obviously still have, and you can play the stuff on it. But the idea that some people just get it just because it looks cool, like a cassette tape just looks cool.
Yeah, or maybe I tell you what, actually, I'll take is some for PlayStation 5, of course, exclusive. I would want pad like the joystick replacement parts that are 2 mini Jose Canseco bats that you screw into your controller.
That's amazing.
And you can like use the Jose Canseco bats to play the game, like a 2 joystick situation.
Right, and then they have one that's they have one that's for cricket that you could put on there, but you have to understand what crumpet is before you understand cricket. Is that how that works?
Yeah. No, you understand cricket or whatever it is. Yeah, and then we'll get crucified for not remembering that line.
I know,
but word for word. But yeah, and then on the front of the box it says, tell me you didn't pay money for this.
Yeah.
But with no context.
No context at all.
It doesn't say, it includes mini Jose Canseco bat joystick controller. It doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't say that.
It doesn't nowhere on the box. You just get, that's just surprise.
Right.
But it's got RAF and it says, tell me you didn't pay money for this.
Like it's at the bottom.
That's what would
it's
be
purposefully at the bottom, so you have to shake it out like a cereal prize. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Well, I think that since they mentioned the soundtrack, I would love to see a vinyl release of this because like something about that 12-inch artwork and the artwork, all the artwork that they've shown for this game has been fantastic. So I would love to see that, much like how they did for the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World video game. They did that.
That's what when they say physical release, unless they were just speaking oddly, and when they say physical release of the soundtrack, I mean that equals vinyl, right?
That's what I would think.
Like, but nowadays, you know what I mean? Like,
at least, especially nowadays,
you're gonna put a CD out. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how much more relevant is vinyl now than compact disc? Isn't that crazy? Just
it's wild.
That's a side topic.
Yeah.
But think about that now. I mean, no, I think physical release means vinyl.
I think so too, and I would like to see that. Now,
I don't think it means CD or anything else.
Yeah. Now, the only other thing I could think of would be if like they put out like a cake pan or like something weird like that you just wouldn't think of. Like, there's a little cake pan that I can make a little turtle cake.
You have been asking for a cake pan of little turtle characters now. This is the second time you've mentioned this.
I thought I had, but I couldn't remember if I did.
You absolutely.
I love that this is a thing.
Now this is like a fixation thing.
I love it. I didn't realize it, but. Somebody make me a cake pan.
But yeah. Jesus. Anyways, guys, let us know what you think about all these announcements. Ton of announcements going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the comments below. You can always email us at turtlesoupshow@gmail.com. That's the hotline. Are you going physical or digital on this? I mean, I know I'm going digital. I've been digital on games for the last bunch of years. I can't remember the last time I bought a physical game.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been like Red Dead 2 or something like that. I think might have been the last game I bought on disc. Does especially with the new voice cast announced and stuff being the old school cast, like does that kind of thing like flip your switches? Or do you have an alternate take on that? Are you kind of like, well, that doesn't mean a whole lot to me. You know what I mean? Like maybe I didn't grow up with that. So that's not really like a thing that I put as much stock in as a lot of people. Just let us know your take, because we're very interested to here, hot, cold, or otherwise. Don't forget that we're always live Thursday at 8:00 with the Turtle Soup Podcast, where you can catch the news live if you'd like to on Thursdays, as well as all of our other Turtle content.
Indeed. So
see ya. So I guess we don't have a good sign off line yet.
We don't.
For the news, but I think I want to try one out.
Okay, go for it.
You ready?
Yeah.
For Ryan Guy, for Eric Crosby and Channel 6 Midnight News, have a snack. We'll be right back.